Welcome to the show, where we take the sources, extract the most important insights, and give you that shortcut to being well-informed. Today, we're doing a special hands-on M365.
That's right. And for this hands-on M365, we're tackling a topic that's moving incredibly fast. What's new for Copilot from July 2025?
It really is amazing, isn't it? How quickly Microsoft Copilot keeps evolving.
Uh-huh.
I mean, just this past month, Microsoft announced something like, nearly 80 updates across all sorts of apps and use cases.
Yeah, it definitely reinforces that Copilot is, well, Microsoft's fastest-moving product line. They're constantly iterating.
And we've got a great guide for navigating all this.
We do. All the info we're diving into today, it's compiled from a recent blog post. It's by João Ferreira on his blog, Hands on Teams.
Ah, yes. He does a fantastic job pulling all that together.
He really does. It's a great distillation of what Microsoft's been putting out through their M365 roadmap and message center updates. So when we talk about these updates, we're really talking about what Microsoft itself is announcing.
So our mission today is to sort through all these enhancements, pull out the ones that really matter for you, and hopefully give you a few of those aha moments that can make a real difference in how you work every day.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's unpack this. So, João Ferreira himself, he picked out 2 updates that he thought really deserved special attention. And I think these are great places to start because they hit on really critical workflows, right? Like creating documents and analyzing meetings, things lots of us do.
Absolutely. First one up is the researcher availability in Word for Microsoft 365 Copilot licensed users.
Okay.
And this is, well, it's a pretty big deal for anyone who does any kind of research. Microsoft has made this researcher agent available right inside Word.
So like an AI agent in my document.
Exactly. It empowers you to handle these complex multi-step research tasks much more easily.
Wow. So what does that actually look like in practice? Does it mean less hopping between Word and a browser?
That's the idea. Whether you're exploring a new topic or trying to synthesize information from different places, the agent aims to deliver high-quality, accurate insights. It helps you work smarter, faster, all within your document. And Microsoft says they've added easier entry points for it too, right on the Word canvas.
Okay, so it smooths out that transition from just having an idea to actually having a researched report without breaking your concentration.
Right, and technically it's combining OpenAI's research model with Copilot Smarts. It started rolling out July 16th, 2025 for licensed users. Should be done by mid-August.
And language support.
Supports 37 languages.
Impressive. So it's really moving beyond just basic drafting help.
Definitely. It's more like an assistant that can go find information for you.
Okay, and the second highlight.
The second one is visual insight and intelligent recap features in Microsoft Copilot for Teams.
Ah, meeting recaps. Always needed.
Yeah, and this is aiming to make them much better. Copilot in Teams will soon give you intelligent recaps that actually include content that was shared on screen during the meeting.
Oh, that's interesting. So not just the transcript of who said what.
Exactly. It enhances the summary's richness by pulling in context from, slides that were presented, maybe a whiteboard, shared documents.
That could be huge.
It requires the M365 Copilot license, of course. And Microsoft expects it to be available across various platforms by mid-September 2025.
So for you listening, this means getting a much deeper understanding of your meetings afterwards. You're not just relying on text summaries.
Right.
You get that visual context too, which should make following up way more efficient. You hopefully won't miss those key details that were maybe shown but not explicitly said.
Yeah, it's like Copilot is finally paying attention to the screen share, not just the audio.
Okay, so those are the 2 big ones João Ferreira highlighted. But there's a lot more, right? Copilot's getting smarter across the board.
Oh yeah, tons more. Let's talk about some of the core M365 apps like Word and PowerPoint.
All right. What's new in Word besides the researcher?
So in Word, Copilot now has a document snapshot feature. It kind of personalizes the output. It tries to surface the most important information for you based on your context to help you get focused faster.
Okay, like a personalized TLDR?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's an activity tab now inside the Copilot summary you see at the top of a document. This tab summarizes recent comments and changes. You can filter it to see the last 3 days, a week, or even 2 weeks of activity.
Oh, that's handy. Beats scrolling through track changes.
Definitely. And there are also content suggestions now, a new suggestions tab within that same Copilot summary area, offering ideas to improve your document's content.
So it's proactively helping you write better, not just summarizing changes.
Exactly. It means quicker understanding of documents and hopefully easier content improvement.
Okay, what about PowerPoint?
Big news there is you can now reference PDF and Excel files when you're using Copilot to create slides.
Really? So I can point it at an Excel sheet and say, make a slide about this data.
Pretty much. You can pull data and content from those external files directly into your presentation drafts.
That saves a lot of copy pasting.
You bet. Also, another big one for PowerPoint, especially for larger companies, M365 Copilot will support enterprise image libraries.
Ah, like the approved company photos.
Exactly. Via SharePoint, OAL, or Templify integrations. That starts rolling out August 2025. Admins can connect these branded image libraries, so when Copilot generates slides, it uses approved on-brand images.
That is huge for maintaining brand consistency while still letting people create stuff quickly. Okay, let's switch gears to Outlook, where many of us live.
Right. Outlook's getting some really smart updates. Draft with Copilot can now access your enterprise data.
Meaning
It can write emails that are grounded in the right context using your company's information. And importantly, you can review the sources it used to draft the email.
transparency, good.
Yeah. And maybe even cooler, Copilot proactive drafts.
Proactive.
It will try to detect emails that probably need a response from you.
Okay.
And it will pre-generate 3 different draft response options for you.
Whoa, it reads the email before I even decide to reply.
That's the promise. Saving you time, potentially a lot of time.
That feels almost like it's reading my mind. Or at least my
It's
inbox.
definitely pushing towards more proactive assistance.
Yeah.
Also, for users still on classic Outlook for Windows, Copilot's getting better at summarizing email attachments, PDFs, Word docs, PowerPoints right in the reading pane. That's expected by late August 2025.
So less clicking to open attachments just to see what they're about.
Right. Less manual work. And here's something really interesting, especially for wider adoption. Copilot Chat in Outlook, the chat interface, will let users summarize email threads with just one click.
Okay, that sounds useful.
But here's the kicker. Even for users without a paid Microsoft 365 Copilot license.
Really, how does that work?
As long as the Copilot chat experience is pinned in their Outlook, they'll get this summarization capability for threads. That's rolling out between August and October 2025.
Wow, so Microsoft is making a core Copilot feature available much more broadly there. That's significant.
It is democratizing that specific capability. Okay, moving on to SharePoint.
All right, for content creation on internets and sites.
Yep. The text editor Copilot Refine update is coming. This lets you use Copilot to rewrite selected text, ask it to keep writing, or even add a grounding document to base the writing on.
So more control over the refinement process.
Exactly. And you can do multiple rounds of refinement based on your prompts. There's also a brand new authoring tool called Sections with Copilot.
Sections.
Yeah, it lets you create entire full-fidelity SharePoint sections just using a prompt. It can look at the page context for suggestions, or you can write your own prompt from scratch.
So generating whole chunks of a SharePoint page with AI, that could really speed up site building.
That's the goal. More polished, relevant content with less manual effort.
Okay, and anything for Excel? The number cruncher's friend.
Yes, Copilot in Excel is getting better at providing improved direct answers to your data analysis questions.
Wow.
It's now using Python on the back end for some of this analysis.
Ooh, Python. But do I need to know Python?
Nope. That's the beauty of it. You still ask your questions in natural language, like, what are the top sales trends? Copilot uses Python behind the scenes to do the heavy lifting and gives you the answer.
So it makes powerful analysis more accessible, even if you're not a formula wizard or a coder.
Exactly. It lowers the barrier to getting deeper insights from your data.
Okay, so lots of improvements within the specific apps. What about the core Copilot chat experience itself? Is that changing?
It is. Microsoft is aiming to make it more intuitive and easier to get into. They're simplifying Copilot Chat in the Microsoft 365 Copilot app, especially for users who don't have a paid license.
How are they simplifying?
They're making Chat the default module you land on, and users will see a single, streamlined list of all their conversations.
So no more switching between different tabs like work and web history, just one list.
Correct. One unified list to make it easier to find past chats and pick up where you left off.
That sounds much better for continuity. We were just talking about summarizing threads in Outlook.
Right. And to help manage that single list, there's a new filtering capability for conversation history.
Okay, so you can narrow it down.
Yeah. Tailor the view to find relevant chats more quickly. Super useful as that history grows.
Makes sense. And connecting Copilot to my specific content. Any updates there?
Yes. You'll be able to list file attachments from emails directly within the M365 Copilot chat interface.
Handy for finding that specific PDF someone sent last week.
Exactly. And Context IQ is getting a boost.
Context IQ, remind me what that is again?
It's basically how Copilot understands your specific work, context your files, meetings, emails.
Got it. So what's new?
You can now search for and select SharePoint lists and Teams channels to ground your prompts.
Oh, so I can say, summarize the key points from the Project Phoenix Teams channel.
Precisely. Or ground it in data from a specific SharePoint list. Also, for meetings, Copilot Chat now lets you select not just individual meetings, but entire meeting series from the Calendar Insights queue, the CIQ.
That's powerful. So it can understand context across a whole recurring meeting series.
Yep. Dramatically improves the context Copilot has, leading to more focused, relevant answers because it understands the bigger picture of your work.
And search within Copilot Chat.
Better refinement options there too. On the CIQ menu file tab, you'll get file type filters and people refiners.
Okay, easier to narrow down file searches.
And importantly, Microsoft is expanding support for more file types in search grounding. Think CAD files, ZIP files, even MP4 video files.
Wow, so it can understand and search within a wider range of content. That increases its usefulness significantly for some roles.
Definitely broadens the scope. Now, on the accessibility and activation front,
Yeah.
Microsoft's making it easier to talk to Copilot. With the M365 Copilot app on Windows, you'll be able to just say, "Hey, Copilot," to start a voice conversation.
Like other voice assistants.
Exactly. Or, alternatively, you can press and hold the Windows key plus C, or use the dedicated Copilot key if your device has one, to activate voice input.
Nice. So you can stay in your flow, maybe dictating content or asking for analysis without needing the keyboard or mouse as much.
That's the idea. Keep you focused. And for admins, they can now pin the M365 Copilot app to the Windows taskbar for users via policy.
Making it easy for everyone to find and launch.
Yep, easy access. And a really notable update for education. Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat is now available at no additional cost for Microsoft 365 EDU users ages 13 and older.
Free Copilot Chat for older students.
Yes, provided they sign in with their school's Microsoft Entra account. It comes with enterprise data protection and secure AI chat. That's a big move for education.
Definitely opens it up to a lot of younger users. What about Edge browser integration?
A couple things there. For Edge for Business, IT admins get a new policy, Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat enabled, to control if that Copilot icon shows up in the toolbar.
More admin control.
Right. And within the Edge PDF reader itself, Microsoft is adding Summarize and Explain Copilot actions.
Ah, so quick actions right on the PDF.
Yeah, building on the existing Ask Copilot feature, you can quickly get a summary or ask for a simpler explanation of the PDF content without leaving the reader.
Very useful for dense documents. Okay, let's shift again. What about the backend? For people building with Copilot, like using Copilot Studio or managing it.
Yeah, lots happening there too, especially for Microsoft Copilot Studio, which
Yeah.
is the tool for building custom copilots or agents.
Right. What are the key updates?
Big ones around data connections and publishing. You can now connect to external data sources in your custom agents using single sign-on, SSO.
Ah, so users don't have to log in separately to that data source.
Exactly. It streamlines the experience. That hit general availability, GA, on July 31st, 2025. Also now GA, as of July 31st, you can publish your custom agents to WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Interesting. Taking custom copilots to where users are.
And you can now use Dataverse table data as a knowledge source for your agents. Dataverse is Microsoft's low-code data platform.
So easier to ground custom copilots in your business data stored in Dataverse.
Correct. Also, you can now group up to 500 files together into a single knowledge source within Copilot Studio.
Why would you do that?
You can give instructions for that specific group of files, guiding the agent on how to use them and improving its answers by narrowing its search scope. More precision.
Got it. Focus knowledge sets.
And there are new templates available too. A lead manager template and a customer brief template, both GA since August 1st, to help you build those types of agents faster.
Okay, lots of enhancements for building agents. What about managing them and extending Copilot generally?
From an extensibility perspective, agent management is moving. It used to be under integrated apps. Now it's getting its own agents and connectors page under the Copilot section in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center.
Better visibility for admins then.
Hopefully, yes. And there's a new control for developers, a declarative agent control to prioritize curated knowledge sources over the agent's internal, more general knowledge.
So you can tell it, use this specific knowledge base first before you try to answer generally.
Exactly. Improves response alignment, make sure it's using the official info when available.
That gives admins and developers much finer control. Crucial for accuracy. What about those custom Copilot connectors?
Improvements there, too. We're getting simplified people resolution.
Meaning?
It helps custom connectors resolve external user identities, maybe from another system, to the corresponding Microsoft Entra ID identity. Simplifies things.
Okay. Smoother identity handling.
Also, connector metadata enrichment. This lets developers provide richer context about their data source to Copilot's underlying large language model, the LLM.
Then that helps.
Improve response accuracy, because the LLM better understands the data it's working with. Plus, developers will start seeing schema recommendations for custom connectors right in the admin center.
Like suggestions on how to structure the connector.
Yeah, proposed suggestions and real-time recommendations to optimize the connector schema for better results with Copilot.
So Microsoft is trying to make building effective custom connectors easier and faster?
Seems like it. You can also now customize the icons and display names for your custom connectors for better branding.
Nice touch.
And admins can now trigger a full refresh or sync of the data source for a custom connector using the Graph API.
The Graph API, that's the programmatic interface, right?
Right. And this sync process now also automatically handles deleting items from the Copilot index if they've been deleted from the original source. Keeps things clean.
Streamlining data management for connectors. Okay, what about overall management and search?
Microsoft 365 Copilot Search became generally available mid-July 2025.
What is that exactly? Is it different from regular Microsoft Search?
It's described as an AI-powered search experience, integrated across platforms using Microsoft Graph. It aims to provide more direct, context-aware answers rather than just links.
Okay, an evolution of search. And for admins managing costs.
Big one here. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center is adding budget controls for Copilot Chat pay-as-you-go billing.
Ah, so you can set spending limits.
Exactly. Set limits, get alerts when you're approaching them, and view spending data. Crucial for managing those pay-as-you-go costs.
Absolutely vital for financial oversight as usage scales. What about tracking how people are using Copilot?
More analytics are coming. Copilot Analytics users can now see metrics about Copilot Chat, web usage, specifically within Teams and Outlook, and also metrics reflecting Copilot Chat activity across Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So more granular usage data.
Breaking it down by app.
Yeah. Even the Copilot Studio Agents report is getting enhanced with things like weekly active user counts and better aggregation, giving a clearer picture of custom agent adoption.
So better tools for building, managing, analyzing, and controlling costs. Seems comprehensive.
It covers a lot of ground on the admin and developer side.
Okay, we've covered core apps, the chat experience, and the backend. What about broader integrations? Is Copilot reaching into other parts of the Microsoft cloud?
It is. For instance, in Microsoft Viva, the employee experience platform.
Right. What's happening there?
Viva engaged discussion posts from public communities and individual storylines are now included as grounding sources for M365 Copilot.
So Copilot can draw context from internal social conversations on Engage.
Yep. Enhancing its ability to give contextually relevant responses based on those internal discussions. Also, Viva Amplify, which is for creating communication campaigns. Its authoring experience is getting Copilot enhancements. It can leverage your files and meeting content to help generate high-quality communications with smarter prompt tuning.
So using Copilot to draft internal comms more effectively within Viva.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
More comprehensive content generation across Viva. And on the security front,
Yes.
Microsoft Security Copilot in Intune is now generally available.
Security Copilot within Intune Endpoint Management, what does that do?
It provides AI-driven capabilities right within Intune. IT admins can use natural language to troubleshoot device issues, create reports on compliance, or even take actions on endpoints.
Wow, AI assistant for endpoint management. That could be a huge time saver for IT teams.
Potentially, yes. Now, one important note regarding access generally.
Okay.
Starting in early August, Microsoft is switching M365 Copilot to capacity-based access for some capabilities.
Capacity-based, what does that mean?
It means standard access will be available based on overall service capacity at any given time. However, users with a paid Copilot license will get priority access.
Ah, so a license guarantees you won't hit capacity limits, essentially.
And guarantees priority access, ensuring more consistent performance and availability, especially during peak times.
It's a good distinction to know. Okay, anything else catching your eye?
Just a couple more quick ones. For Copilot notebooks, you can now configure the audio overviews.
Audio overviews?
Yeah, where it generates an audio summary. You can now choose the format, style like a podcast with 2 voices or just one the duration, and even guide the content using natural language prompts.
Customizing the AI-generated audio.
Right. And once it's generated, you can save that audio overview to OneDrive for easy sharing.
Making complex info shareable as audio. Interesting.
And finally, just rounding out the July news, Microsoft also published the 2025 Wave 2 plans for Dynamics 365, Power Platform, and their role-based copilots on July 16th.
So the roadmap for the next 6 months or so.
Exactly, detailing new capabilities set to release between October 2025 and March 2026. So the innovation train keeps rolling.
No kidding. That was, wow, a lot of updates.
It really was. Covering nearly 80 different items just from July, Microsoft is definitely pushing Copilot hard, integrating it deeper and deeper.
It's clear the pace is just incredible. Which brings us to that final thought to leave our listeners with. Given this relentless pace, nearly 80 updates in 1 month alone, what does this truly mean for the future of how we work with AI?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Are we heading towards a future where AI just anticipates everything we need, maybe even before we know we need it, like those proactive email drafts?
Or does this actually make the human element, things like strategic thinking, creativity, critical judgment, even more important because the AI is handling more of the routine, the grunt work?
How will you, listening right now, adapt your own workflows to actually leverage all these constant innovations effectively? How do you stay ahead and make sure the AI enhances rather than just replaces your unique skills?
Something definitely worth pondering.
Absolutely. Well, what an incredible hands-on M365 today. Hopefully you all feel much more clued in on the latest Copilot advancements.
Yeah, hope that was helpful. And remember, if you're looking for daily updates about Microsoft 365, plus tips and tricks for SharePoint, Teams, and all the other apps, we definitely encourage you to visit handsontech.net.
That's handsontech.net. João Ferreira posts there constantly.
He does. It's a great resource.
And to make sure you don't miss future hands-on M365 discussions like this one, be sure to follow João for his blog and, of course, follow this podcast wherever you happen to listen.
Thanks so much for joining us for this Hands-on M365. We look forward to diving in with you again soon.
Goodbye for now.